Hello, hello. My name is Justin. If this is your first time here on the channel, so before coming on here to talk, I asked God, source, energy, the source of creation, to flow through me at this time for the collective. And so this is what's coming through for me today. Please remember that everything is energy, and we are all expressions of the one source. We are individual expressions of the one source connected to all that is. I believe this time that we're moving into is not looking as much at what we've done in the past as far as moving forward. I feel like we've spent so much time kind of looking at the way things were done before. And this time right now is about creating from a space of truth that lives within us, that lives within your heart. That is the energy, that is the pure consciousness that we are all expressions of. This time is about tapping into that, letting that energy be what dictates what we're doing moving forward, what we're creating moving forward, what we're co-creating with the universe. And I believe this time is a lot because with all the discord and things that are happening, I feel that, I've seen a lot of this stuff about like these, I don't know if anybody's seen these things about these bricks kind of being outside of federal buildings and things like that. So like as this open invitation to be violent, and because as soon as that happens, as soon as violence happens, then it can be controlled and contained. So it's like, it's there to, and this time I believe is about, I'm not discounting that violence played a role in, certain things that have happened at certain points in our evolution with, for me, like looking at like, gay rights and things like that, and the stoning and all that happened. I just believe that this time we are at a different point in evolution, and that is, I just feel that is not the way that we will move forward back into operating as one. Seeing that we are each other, seeing that we are the cosmos, seeing that we are nature, and operating in a way that is in alignment with that, in alignment with the way that nature flows. And I feel the more that we can focus on energy, because everything is energy, and is in seeing, like, because in my personal life I have applied this to meeting hate with love, meeting that energy of hatred with love, because the reason I do it is not for them, it is for me, because anything that we give, we directly experience. And also anyone projecting and feeling the need to attack, it is a reflection of what's going on with them. They have forgotten who they are. They have forgotten their truth. So, and they are human beings. So, and then when I do that and meet it with love, it then kind of throws it back on them to go through whatever experience they need to go through around that situation. I did this in the courtroom they were attacking me in this courtroom. I mean, just insane. And it was like a punch in the gut when I met the guy that was screaming and yelling at him, because what I saw is he was within a courtroom that he was like this bottom of the barrel security guy, and in a courtroom where the judge was a tyrant and was awful to everyone in that courtroom, everyone was operating under his control. He's operating under a different level of control. So the more that we can see that and see that these are just being passed down and that people are projecting their internal reality externally, the more that we can see that, and also seeing like, and I'm not making anyone wrong, because it's all good at a certain point in evolution, like, but evolution is accelerated right now. So the quicker that we can like accept and digest, and evolution looks like we contradict ourselves. If we're willing to evolve, like with that the way we saw that truth at that time is going to evolve into something else if we let it. So the energy of divine feminine is rising, and divine feminine is an energy. We all have masculine and feminine energy, and we have been conditioned into a society that told us that men were supposed to be this way and women were supposed to be this way. They're very negative expressions of this energy. And this is about tapping into divine masculine and divine feminine within. Divine feminine has been suppressed for a long time, and divine feminine energy is rising within everybody. And I feel that that's where like non-binary and trans and all this like plays such a huge role in this evolution, because we're moving beyond this binary way of thinking and operating in the world. It does not work for where we're at in our current evolution. So for me, I constantly bring it back to energy and seeing, because like I feel for, and it's the pendulum swinging when it's like the race thing or the LGBT rights thing or the whatever. But when we can see it as we as human beings, have been suppressed, have been kind of conditioned to operate in this way where we forget the truth of who we really are, and we can connect with and realize that divine feminine energy lives in everybody, even the straightest straight men, because it is not natural for anyone to be that we are multi-dimensional beings. So yes, divine feminine is rising, and in that there's this really overruling like negative masculine energy that's kind of on the surface right now. Divine feminine lives within everybody. So for me, the more that I see it as energy and see that like anyone can choose to tap into the divine feminine energy within them, it takes, especially, and I feel for straight men that have done everything right as far as like crossed all the T's and dotted all the I's to be what society said a man was supposed to be. And I believe this time is about transcending those roles, because they're false roles and ideas. And it just because those people have bought into those ideas and are operating from that place, they're just operating from a lie that they were taught, an untruth that they were taught about what, and was conditioned into them. And for so long, it's like ingrained at this point in us. So breaking free from that it takes courage, it takes bravery to do that, and to see that we are all, there's no rules on this, on what man is, what female is, and having compassion for seeing that people are operating out of those conditioned beliefs. So having compassion, because if somebody is acting out very hatefully and very in anger and rage, like they are suffering. So the more that I can see that and connect with that and know I've suffered too, I have acted completely out of alignment with the truth of our existence. I have acted in ways that were out of alignment with the truth of existence and acted from subconscious and unconscious programming at many points in my life, rather than, and it's learning to love and accept those versions of myself as well, to be able to accept that in others, I find. And the more that we can look at it from an energetic perspective, I feel like then everybody, it encompasses everybody. When we look, like, there's just some people more disconnected from the truth of existence than others, more deeply bought into the conditioning that we all received coming into this world. So for me, it's about living as the example of what this synergy between like divine feminine and masculine energy looks like showing up as that, meeting hate with love. That is truly how we change the world right now. In every interaction, remembering, you know, that I am connecting with another human being, no matter how they're showing up in this moment. That's what I felt called to share.